the weak pastoral attitude of Jesus for the robust prophetic. The issue was Jesus wasn't trying to be political. He was trying to change us psychologically. He wants a change of mind. If I change your mind, you will change your situation. I feel like preaching now. So Judas now began to dislike Jesus, and he descended into turpitude, and it was a gradual process. Do you know how many folk come in with the right intention, but then when you don't operate the way they want you to operate, I'm talking to you pastors, then they turn on you. You see, some folk come to help build your ministry. Others come to build their ministry in your ministry. I feel like preaching here. And when they fall outside of what your vision is, then they want to tear your ministry down because you don't fit what they want. I got news for you. Why have you come to my house to turn it into the house you left? If you wanted me to operate that way, why would you leave in the first place? Can I preach like I feel it? God didn't send you in the house to change the vision of the house. That vision was set before the foundation of the world. It's either you get with the program, Judas, or you get out. I feel like preaching now. I'm stepping on somebody's toes, but I got big feet. You got to understand that Judas wanted Jesus to become his minion, to do what he wanted him to do. But that's not the deal here, Judas. You got to operate with my vision, and my vision is to turn the world upside down, not from the top down, but from the bottom up. You ain't got a church unless you got some ex-convicts. You ain't got a church unless you got some prostitutes. You ain't got a church unless you got some ex-whoremongers. You ain't got a church unless you got some ex-dope pushers. I didn't come for the righteous, but I came for sinners to come to repentance. I feel like lifting him up. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, what about the bag? What about the bag? Every now and then Judas would get angry because somebody blessed Jesus. Give somebody a high five. Say, if I want to bless him, that's my business. If I want to give my tithes, that's my business. If I want to give a big offering, that's my business. If you don't want to give him anything, don't mess with me. Let me do what God has blessed me to do. I feel like I'm in church right now. I feel like lifting him up. Shake somebody's hand like you're gonna shake it off and say, neighbor, what about the bag? The bag used to be a place for musical instruments. It was a place where you would take the instruments that you would worship in the synagogue and worship in the temple. And what Judas did was take the worship out and use it for a place of money. Isn't that the problem with the 21st century church, where we have taken worship out and we have taken praise out, and all we think about is money? I feel like preaching to you now. You may not have a Mercedes Benz, and you may never get a silver spur Rolls Royce. You may never have a 550 Maranello Ferrari or a 599 time, but never take your praise